Yeah. So yeah, GED. So I took my GED so I could leave high school early to join the military and then move on from there. So I'm not a good formal educational learner, but I am very self-educated. So one of the most important things I did, and I learned along the way, was to pour into myself. So I've never been one of these guys that back when it was, the cassette Walkman, I didn't have music when I was out exercising and doing stuff. I was pumping personal and professional development stuff into my head constantly. Technical stuff from real estate investing, business, things like that, leadership, just anything and everything I could get my hands on, business, personal, and professional development. So if I'm in the library, a bookstore, or a music store, I'm buying that stuff, nothing else, right? Every book that I have, it's never been a novel, recreational. It's always been business, personal, professional development in some way that I've read, and then the faith-based stuff as well. So that's number one, educating myself. So I'm very self-educated, and I am now. So I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on my education with books, tapes, seminars, mentorships, things like that. So, and I continue to do that now, and I'm constantly reading, constantly listening, constantly learning stuff. So, I like to listen to music now and then when I'm driving, but there are no songs on my iPhone. Never have been, never will be. It's all, business stuff, all my podcasts and all that. Well, number one, hard work. So I'm a hard worker. So I am not afraid to work and do whatever it takes morally, legally, ethically to be successful. And that's the biggest thing. You have to want it. You have to be willing to sacrifice. You have to be willing to do what it takes, do the things that other people don't want to do, and just do what you got to do to get it done. And I'm that kind of guy. If I'm on a project, on a job, building a company, man, I'm all in 24/7, whatever it takes. Now I have good balance, but when you're in startup mode, you got to do what you got to do, to get it done and make it happen, because everything is on the line. And then once you get it up and running, then you can kind of take a step back and, take a breather. So I'm not a workaholic, but I'm very focused. So I have the ability to focus and get after it and make something happen and see it through. I'm an action taker. So, if the idea comes and the talk is there, starts with an idea, then you start talking about it. Next thing you know, you're doing it. So I'm a doer. So if we're sitting around talking and Chris, you say, hey, Greg, I'd like to develop the software, to solve this problem. I have this great idea. I've been thinking about it. I'm like, okay, well, let's go tomorrow and do. So I'm like, let's go. So no more talk, no more think. So that's, a big part of it is just that work ethic and just not afraid to take action and get out there. The other thing was I'm not afraid of risk, right? I'm a risk taker. I'm not afraid to fail. I understand that not everything is going to work. Not everything I've done has worked. Probably you guys, not everything you've done will work and has worked. So I don't worry about that. I just get after it. I look at the big picture. I keep that big vision, end result in mind, and I figure out as I go. So I do have a plan, but I don't have to know every single thing for certain when I start. All I know for certain is I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to find a way. And if I don't know how to do it, I'm going to get Chris, because he knows how to do it. And he's going to come on and he's going to be my COO, right? You ran Hewlett Packard, so I'm going to go hire you, because if I want to build a company like that, I'm going to get the best people I can. So that's number two. Number three is what I just said there, surrounding myself with people that were better and smarter than me in every way when it came to business. So when I started a building company and started building houses, I'd never built a house before. And I'm going to start building multi-million-dollar houses. So what did I do? I went to the biggest company in the area who'd been doing it for 10, 15 years before I ever got there. And I hired their top people to come work for me and help me build this organization, and more importantly, to do it for me. So I don't work on the business instead of in the business. I work on the people in the business. So they work on the business for me, and then I turn them loose and let them do their thing. So if I wanted to build another Hewlett Packard, I'd be like, Chris, I want you to come with me. I know we can make a great company. You've done it before. You know what needs to be done. I want to put you in a position where you are the chief operating officer, the chief executive officer of this company. You call the shots. I'll take care of everything else. I'll get you the money. I'll carve the path. I'll lay the runway. You go down it. You make it happen, and you fly that jet. You take off. So that's how I do it. I find people that want to be part of a vision, part of a movement, part of a community and organization that's bigger than all of us. And so that's how I built that company. And I let them do their job. So the last thing you want to do is, if you want to build a great organization and you find champions that have already done it before, the last thing you want to do is bring them on and be intimidated by them or hold them back or not let them do what they know. You bring them on and you just say, man, I want to build Hewlett Packard. Go get them. You tell me what you need, and I support you in every way. I serve you and everybody else in that organization, giving you what you need, tools, training, systems, and support to be successful. in that clear direction and no uncertain terms exactly what's expected and when. And then I just let you do your thing. So that's really how it happened.